everyone, my name is Ariana. Today we're going to read a book called Just One Goal. A rink, said Sierra to her father. On the river would be nice. I would not have to go all the way across town to play hockey. The ice on the river is a mess, said her father. It froze all jagged and bumpy. We can't make a rink. A rink, said Sierra to her mother. A rink on the river would be nice. I would not have to go all the way across town to play hockey. Too bumpy, said her mother. The river ice is too bumpy to make a rink. A rink, said Sarah to her sisters. A rink on the river would be nice. I could just walk right out the back door and down to the river and play hockey on my own rink. Well, we had to go across town to play hockey, said Sarah's sisters. That was good enough for us. So you have to go across town just like we did. Okay, said Sierra. She got a glass of warm water and a spoon and went across the backyard, down the hill to the frozen bumpy river. She used warm water and a spoon to make a very small hockey rink. Good enough, a good hockey rink for ants. Sierra spent the whole next day carrying warm water down the river. She worked till dark and the northern lights came out. Finally, the rink was big enough for a small dog. Sierra's dad came out for her and said, "Wow, a rink! You really made a rink." "And I'm just a kid," said Sierra. The next day, Sierra's dad rented a bulldozer and flattened a lot of river ice. Then all the neighbors came down to help. By the time the northern lights came out, there was a real people-sized rink on the river. A rink, yelled Sierra. A real rink on the river. Now we don't have to go all the way across town to play hockey. Sierra started skating and did not go to bed at all that night. The next day, Sierra put up a sign that said, "River Rats Rink," and lots of kids came to play. But no matter what side Sierra was on, her team always lost. One game that Sierra might have won ended with a moose sleeping in the net. Another game ended with a bear chasing everyone off the ice. Another game ended with a bunch of teenagers raced through on their snowmobiles. And that is why Sierra's team did not want to end a tied game. Just because the ice was a little wet, it was Sierra's last chance to win a game that year. But suddenly the rink started floating down the river, while the rest of the ice crashed and boomed around. The players didn't even notice. Sierra's mom noticed. "Ah!" yelled Sierra's mom. "Break up!" She ran along the river yelling, "Stop, stop, stop!" But the players but they could not hear because the ice was making so much noise. Sierra's father ran along yelling, "Stop, stop, stop!" But the players boys could not hear her here because the ice was making so much noise. The parents yelled, "Stop! Stop! Stop!" But the teens just kept playing. "The bridge!" yelled Sierra's mom. "We can catch them at the bridge." Everyone jumped into their cars and drove to the bridge. Then the dads hung from the bridge and the moms hung from the dads. The kids as the rink was floating by, but nobody got to Sierra. She had the puck and was skating very fast towards the goal. Sierra's dad ran to his car and got his fishing rod and cast his hook way down the river. And he caught Sierra just as she scored. "We win!" yelled Sierra's team, and all the mums and dads fainted. The kids carried their mums and dads to a restaurant and fed them hot chocolate, while Sierra plans next year's rink. Dun, dun. Bye everyone! Hope you like this book.